Today's story is called Last Stop on Market Street. The words are by Matt De La Pena, and the pictures are by Christian Robinson. He ducked under his Nana's umbrella, saying, "How come we gotta wait for the bus in all this wet?" "Trees get thirsty too," his Nana told him. "Don't you see the big one drinking through a straw?" CJ looked for a long time, but never saw a straw. What do you think his Nana was talking about? What is the straw? Do you think it's this tree trunk that soaks the rain up so the trees can have beautiful leaves? "Boy, what do you need a car for? We got a bus that breathes fire, and old Mr. Dennis, who always has a trick for you." As they get onto their bus, and the bus creaked to a stop in front of them, and it sighed and sagged, and the doors swung open. What does CJ think about waiting for the bus? I don't think he likes it very much, does he? And I wonder what Nana's trying to tell him. I wonder what she's trying to get him to think. I'm going to try to figure that out. "What's that I see?" Mr. Dennis asked as he pulled a coin from behind CJ's ear, placed it in his palm, and Nana laughed her deep laugh and pushed CJ along. And they sat right up front. The man across the way was tuning a guitar. An old woman with curlers had butterflies in a jar, and Nana gave everyone a great big smile and a good afternoon, and she made sure CJ did the same. The bus lurched forward and stopped, and Nana hummed as she knit. "How come we always gotta go here after church?" CJ said. "Miguel and Colby never have to go nowhere." "I feel sorry for those boys," she told him. "They'll never get a chance to meet Bobo or the sunglass man. And I hear Trixie got herself a brand new hat." CJ glared out the window, feeling sorry for himself. He watched cars zip up by on the other side, and watched a group of boys hop curbs on bikes. He's kind of sulking, isn't he? He's kind of feeling sorry for himself. A man climbed aboard with a spotted dog, and CJ gave up his seat. "How come that man can't see?" "Boy, what do you know about seeing?" Nana told him. "Some people watch the world with their ears." "That's a fact. Their noses, too," the man said, sniffing at the air. "That's a mighty fine perfume you're wearing today, ma'am." And Nana squeezed the man's hand and laughed her deep laugh. Nana says here on this page that some people watch the world with their ears. What do you think she means by that? Do you think she means that some people learn everything just by listening? There's so much you can hear and learn from in life just by being a good listener. Two older boys got on next, and CJ watched as they moved on by and stood in the back. "Sure wish I had one of those," he said. Nana set down her knitting. "What for? You got the real live thing sitting across from you. Why don't you ask the man if he'll play a song?" Again, CJ was kind of feeling sorry for himself, like, why can't I have cool headphones to listen to music? CJ didn't have to ask the man to play. The guitar player was already plucking his strings and beginning to sing. "To feel the magic of music," the blind man whispered, "I like to close my eyes." Nana closed her eyes too. So did I. So did CJ and the spotted dog. What are you thinking about CJ and the music? I think he's learning to appreciate the music that the man on the bus is playing. And in the darkness, the rhythm lifted CJ out of the bus and out of the busy seat. He saw sunset colors swirling over crashing waves, saw a family of hawks slicing through the sky, saw the old woman's butterflies dancing free in the light of the moon. CJ's chest grew full, and he was lost in the sound. And the sound gave him the feeling of magic. I think he's really appreciating that music, don't you? The song ended and CJ opened his eyes, and everyone on the bus clapped, even the boys in the back, and Nana glanced at the coin in CJ's palm. CJ dropped it in the man's hand. Oh, I think CJ's changing in this story. I think he's changing. Do you see it, friends? Last stop on Market Street, Mr. Dennis called. CJ looked around as he stepped off the bus. Crumbling sidewalks, broken down doors, graffiti-tagged windows, boarded up stores. He reached for Nana's hand. How come it's always so dirty over here? She smiled, pointed to the sky. Sometimes when you're surrounded by dirt, CJ, you're a better witness for what's beautiful. A witness, friends, is someone who sees something happen. Let's talk about what Nana means when she says sometimes when you're surrounded by dirt, you're a better witness for what's beautiful. Do you think sometimes that means when there's lots of things that maybe aren't going so well, something you can easily see the beauty that is there. You don't have to look quite so hard. We spotted their familiar faces in the window, and he said, "I'm glad we came." And he thought his Nana might laugh, her deep laugh, but she didn't. She patted him on the head and told him, "Me too, CJ. Now come on." Do you see them? Do you see Nana and CJ helping feed people in need? How does Nana help change how CJ feels about things? I think she helps him see others, to see the beauty around him, to want to see and help others around him. And I think that's what Nana does. And they're waiting for the bus stop, aren't they? And he's reading a book and she's knitting. And they're waiting with a smile. Why do you think that Nana takes CJ to the soup kitchen every week? Do you think it helps them to appreciate what they have? How is CJ changed in this story? From the beginning of the story, where it was very much like, why do I have to go? Nobody else has to. Why don't we have a car? They do, right? Or in this page, why can't I listen to music with headphones? They can. At the beginning of the story, it was very much, poor me. But by the end of the story, he very much learned to appreciate the gifts that others have and also his gift of helping others. Thanks for listening.